Hey everyone, I'm Jessi Lang, and this is Wide Open Throttle. This week's episode is devoted to our first look at the Cadillac ATS, a car whose construction was so important to GM that, as Angus MACKENZIE has pointed out, it was one of the few programs that was not stopped during GM's bankruptcy. Why? Because this is the car Cadillac is hoping will make them a global luxury brand. And they've got their work cut out for them. They're looking to compete with the world's best entry-level luxury sedans, including, of course, the benchmark BMW 3 Series. Motortrend's associate editor, Scott Evans, was there to check it out.
Thanks, Jessi. I'm here at Atlanta Motorsports Park with the new Cadillac ATS. Now, this is an important car. It's Cadillac's all-new luxury sports sedan. Cadillac says that it's named squarely at the BMW 3 Series, the leader in the segment. Now, as it happens, back in Los Angeles, I'm assigned to drive Motortrend's long-term BMW 3 Series, so I know a thing or two about it. Now, I'm going to take this car out on the road and out on the track and find out if it's really as good as they say it is. The ATS is the second all-new Cadillac to debut this year. The first was the big XTS luxury car, it's a slot above the CTS that we all know and love. And the ATS is a smaller, less expensive entry into the luxury market to fit below the CTS. The ATS features the latest version of Cadillac's art and science design theme, with sharp lines and subtle fins in the fenders and vertical daytime running lights that make you think of old Cadillacs at a glance. Inside, it features leather seats and a leather-wrapped dash with beautiful wood trim and contrast stitching. All ATS models come with Q, Cadillac's new infotainment system that's very similar to your Android or iPhone that you're used to. It's got touch-sensitive controls and it recognizes gestures like pinching your fingers together. Q has a very clean and simple design that's easy to learn and easy to navigate. All right, now we're out driving here in the hills of Georgia, and I've got to say I'm really impressed with this new ATS. Now, Cadillac made a lot of big claims about how it was going to be as good or better than the BMW 3 Series, and that's saying a lot. And you know what? It's really close. I almost couldn't say without driving them right back to back which one's better. It rides very well. It's very quiet here. I could whisper to you right now in here. It's just a nice car with these magnetic shocks. The chassis is well balanced. It's very smooth and planted through a corner. And it's also luxurious. I got leather in here. It's very nice. This Q system is easy to use. All right, I'm going through this curve right here, and the ATS is just doing perfectly. It's smooth, it's composed, the chassis is neutral. If I were to take that curve a lot faster, it doesn't really push, it doesn't try to swing the tail out, it goes around nicely like a Cadillac. But at the same time, if I push this car really hard, it will also take these turns aggressively. I've got Brembo brakes, I've got 272 horsepower here, a light chassis, performance tires. This car can really keep up and still be luxurious. As you can probably tell by now, there's not a lot I can find that I really don't like about it. I mean, I think the gauges here I think are a little boring and not much to look at, and the back seat I think is a little bit tighter than in the 3 Series, but overall, this is a good car. Is it better than the BMW 3 Series? I don't know yet. So I'm gonna get it out on the track next and see if I can find out. All right, here we go. We're heading up the front straight at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Let's find out how this thing does. We've got a good, smooth transmission action here. It's just notchy enough to let you know that it means business, but nice and precise. We're getting right into the gears, no problem. This 2-liter turbo's got a lot of torque, 260 pound-feet, pretty good for a 4-cylinder engine, and it really does a pretty good job pulling this car out of the corners. Now we've got some chicanes here, an S section followed by a steep uphill here, and the car's feeling solid. A nice little growl to the engine here. It can be hard to make a 4-cylinder engine sound good, and turbocharged engines too, but this sounds pretty nice. When you get this car, you don't want to be worrying that you're going to be sliding all over the place or just going to understeer through every corner. You want the car to make you feel like a hero, make you a better driver, so that you don't have to sit there worrying and just constantly going, oh my gosh, is the back end going to slide out on this corner, and do I need to slow down more and go slow through this corner so the front end doesn't push? You can just get in and drive fast and just focus on getting your lines right and having fun. And this car really lets you do that. So what this is a very good car. It rides well, it handles well, it's quiet and luxurious, and it's a lot of fun to drive. But is it a BMW beater? To find out, you're just gonna have to keep watching Motortrend. Back to you, Jessi.
So what do you think of the Cadillac ATS? Does it have a fighting chance? Let us know in the comment section. That's it for this week's episode of Wide Open Throttle. I'm Jessi Lang, and I'll see you next week.